Hello, my Biblio darlings, and welcome. In case we haven't met, my name's Mally, and the story that we're going to read today is called Cinderella, and it's from the Giant Storytime books, and it's so much fun, and the pictures are gorgeous. But before we do that, let's remind our bodies that we are safe right here, right now, and then I'm going to read you some jokes. And the reason why I read jokes is when we laugh, it lets our body know that we are relaxed. So with that, let's do our deep breathing exercise. And how it's going to go is we're going to inhale for 4 counts. We're going to hold the breath for 4 counts. And then we're going to exhale out for 8 counts. So are you ready? Let's breathe together. And breathe in deeply and make that pretend balloon bigger for 1, 2, 3, 4. Now hold the breath for And now exhale out like you're blowing out birthday candles for 8. Oh, I'm always so thankful for that deep breathing exercise because it reminds my body just to pause and take in a deep inhale, hold the breath, and gently let the air out. So it reminds my body that, hey, this is a really neat time to stay focused and centered. And now, as I mentioned before, jokes always make us laugh. So let me read to you 3 knock-knock jokes. Here's the first one. Knock, knock. Who's there? Bud. Bud who? But what if you're an alien? Oh, okay. But what if you're an alien? Oh, okay. Let's try another joke, shall we? Okay. Knock, knock. Who's there? Max. Max who? Max no difference to me. Oh, like makes no difference to me? That's great. Okay, let's have one more joke before the story. Knock, knock. Who's there? Mandy. Mandy who? Mandy lifeboats. We're sinking. Oh, like Mandy lifeboats? That is good. Alrighty, so with that, let's read Cinderella. Now let's look at the cover. Now, I don't know about you, but the graphics here, like the art, is beautiful. Well, first of all, it's a big book. And what I notice is Cinderella is in front. And she's in like raggedy clothes. And she has a straw broom in her hand. And she has no shoes on her feet. And then behind Cinderella, there is a pumpkin. And it looks like a big pumpkin. And there are 2 mice. And then behind the pumpkin is a clock, like a grandfather clock. And it's leaning to the side. And it's pointing at 12 or midnight. And then to the other side of Cinderella looks like there's the fairy godmother. And she has pink and white wings. And she has a gray dress and raspberry colored sleeves and baby pink, like a baby pink stripe on the bottom of the dress. And her wings are like white and pinky color, the same color that's on the dress, and she's holding a wand. She has a ribbon in her hair. And then the background is blue. And then there's yellow flowers, and they have a light color inside. Oh, so let's see. There once was a girl called Cinderella. Her sisters made her live in the cellar. Cinders hoped that things would get better, and I guess Cinders is Cinderella in a shortened form. So Cinders hoped that things would get better. And lo and behold, along came a letter. Now before we look at the letter, let's look at Cinderella. So there's Cinderella, and it looks like there's straw on the floor, and it looks like there's a pot in at one corner. Looks like Cinderella is standing up, and she has really beautiful pink cheeks, and her hair is down to here, and she has a broom in one hand, and she looks happy. So let's look at what the letter has to say. An invitation to the palace ball saying, "Oh, come to our party, come one and all." And look, the invitation, it's on a scroll of paper, and what a scroll is, it's a long piece of paper. And on one part of it, it looks like there is a ribbon or a seal. So it's an official invitation from the palace. And there's 2 presents. I wonder what's in the presents. It doesn't say. Cinders really wanted to go, but her unkind sisters just said, "No." And look at her sisters. They're dressed in party clothes. Now, if you compare her sisters, the unkind sisters with Cinderella, the unkind sisters, they each have like a tooth out, but they are dressed in fancy clothing. Oh, Cinders was crying. Look at the big tears running down her cheeks. She's sniffing. Oh, she must be feeling sad. So Cinders was crying when she heard a crack. She got a shock, for the room had turned black. Oh, look! Then, before her eyes, unlike any other, appeared a beautiful fairy godmother. Look at the fairy godmother. She looks beautiful. She has on a light gray skirt and a pink band. She has bright pink shoes. She has a gray shirt with some dark string, and she has raspberry colored sleeves. And she's holding a wand, and the base of the wand, or the handle, is the same color as her sleeves. And the actual star on the wand is gray like her shirt. And her hair is a darker gray. She has like a pinky ribbon on her hair. She also has nice rosy cheeks, and she has a smile on her face. She's looking happy. And she also has wings. And look, there are 2 butterflies, one on either side of the fairy godmother. And there's 3 light colored stars and 1 pinky colored stars, and then there's smaller stars all over. Taking a pumpkin and some mice too, the fairy made Cinder's wish come true. So see at the top of the page, there's a pumpkin and 2 mice. Well, I think what the fairy godmother did was she turned the pumpkin into that carriage, and she might have turned those 2 mice into those 2 carriage, and maybe some other mice too, because there's a horseman and there's 3 horses, and it looks very regal. Oh, let's look. The fairy dressed Cinders in a glittering gown and gave her a carriage to drive to town. The mice were footmen to serve her all night, and her shoes were glass slippers that fit just right. Now let's look at this page. Look at the horses. Oh, they look so happy to be there. There's Cinderella, and she looks so beautiful. And there's butterflies. Oh, pink butterflies. And there's 3 flowers just by Cinders. Oh, let's look. Be home before midnight, the fairy said, as Cinders drove to the palace ahead. Cinders danced with the prince 20 times, then stopped in shock at the clock's midnight chimes. There's Cinderella with the prince, and there's hearts all around, so I guess they had a really good time. And there's the grandfather clock, and it's pointing at midnight. And it's saying, ding dong. Cinderella ran home, but she lost a shoe. It was found on the stairs. What could the prince do? And the prince, he has a frown on his face and he's looking sad. And there's a picture of Cinderella's glass slipper on the stair. I wonder what the prince is going to do. The very next day, he went to the town to find his princess and give her a crown. The prince saw cinders all covered in soot, but still tried to fit the shoe on her foot. There's Cinderella, and she's in her tattered clothing, but there is the shoe that she wore the night before. Hurrah, said the prince. It fits you just right. We shall get married this very night. So there's the prince and now Cinderella, who's going to be a princess. She's in her wedding gown and she has a crown, and he's in his wedding, whatever he's wearing, maybe a tux and a crown. And there's 3 hearts to the left of Cinderella. There's one in the center of Cinderella and the prince. And there's 2 hearts to the right of the prince. What did you think of Cinderella? Oh, isn't it beautiful? Oh, I loved it. Well, as we're still feeling relaxed after that story, let's do a deep breathing exercise. Let's do the same one. So inhale deeply for 1, 2, 3, 4. Now hold the breath for And now exhale out for 8. Oh, what a gentle reminder that we are safe in the moment and we're grounded. So I'm looking forward now to some more knock-knock jokes. Let's read some more. Knock, knock. Who's there? Lois. Lois who? Lois' shelf is where I keep the art supplies. Lois' shelf is where I keep the art supplies. Oh, the lowest shelf is where I keep the art supplies. Let's read the next joke. Okay. Knock, knock. Who's there? Manuel. Manuel who? Manuel, be sorry if you don't open this door. Manuel, be sorry if you don't open this door. Manuel, this sorry if you don't open the door. Could you explain this one to me? I'm not getting it. Okay, next joke. Knock, knock. Who's there? Marcus. Marcus who? Marcus both down for the costume contest. Oh, I like that one. I actually understood it. Oh, with that, it's been wonderful spending time with you. And if you've liked what you've heard, click on the subscribe button and then on the bell notification, and you'll get notified whenever there's new stories. And I'm hoping that you're watching this with your mom or dad or grandma or uncle or aunts and brothers and sisters. And if you're at school with your principal or teacher or the students in your class. Well, it's been so wonderful spending time with you. And until next time, bye!